Today we're going to be checking out an individual meal ready to eat packed by MRE Nation. These are meant for military, civilian, and emergency preparedness. This is a commercial for civilian MRE Southwest style beef and beans. That is a main I've actually never had before. The overall package itself seems kind of small though. It's not as big as a regular MRE is. So right away we have a strawberry jam. It's the standard 1 ounce pack. Some MRE Star oatmeal cookies. There's 4 cookies in the pack and those come in at 260 calories. An apple cinnamon flavored First Strike nutritious energy bar. I haven't had one of these in a while. Multigrain snack bread, 190 calories on that. Package date on that, by the way, is the 254th day of 2017. There's the retort pouch for the main entree. Packing date on that, 317th day of 2017. USDA inspected. Now this is a little different. I was expecting one of their standard pack accessory packs, but instead we get this little bag. There's a very odd little spoon in this. It has sort of a deep bowl to it, but it's a tiny little guy. We have a couple little candies that say thank you on them, although it seems to be backwards or upside down or something. You have to actually read it through the bag to see the thank you. That's kind of weird. A finger bowl Boy's Towelette, a true lime and a true lemon, a pack of sugar, single serve pepper, a kosher fruit punch clear. That's a little bitty pack of powder there. Of course, it's not MRE Nation without a pack of deep rich coffee. They give you a coffee creamer with that. And to round the meal out, a pack of single serve iodized salt and the Flemish ration heater. This FRH is the Sure Pack 12 mils variety, which I've had good luck with in the past. I'm gonna add our water to this. I'm actually starting this one with cold water, which is not normal for me, but we'll try it out. Shouldn't make a difference, I wouldn't think. Man, this heater is smelling up the place something fierce. Let's see how it's doing heat-wise. The backside there, we're already up to about 120 in places and about 100 in others. On the actual heating pad side, I'm expecting it to be quite hot. Yeah, it is cranking, look at that. 170 to 185 is definitely putting in work. For this deep rich, I think we're gonna do it shot style, so I have a tiny little glass there. I find the deep rich is better the less water you put it with, so we're gonna try minimal water in this one. Go ahead and dump the powder in the glass there. And I think I'll do this sugar as well, because I do like it sweet. And then I have about 75 to 100 mils of screaming hot water. They ended up being the amount of about a double shot. As soon as the water hit it, it emitted a very nice coffee smell. I've never had one of these clear drinks before, so I'm a little bit excited to try this one out. Oh man, I'm still gonna try to use this, but it is no longer in regular powder form. Check that out. This reminds me of doing a brown bag MRE. Some of this is really adhered to the package, it's difficult to get off. I think that's about as much as I'm gonna be able to get off that package. And that left me with a very small amount of powder in there. This was supposed to be for 8 ounces of water. I think it's gonna be more like 6 with the powder that we lost. I am using cold water. That should be about enough. Looks like it is having a difficult time dissolving. Some of those larger chunks are really holding on. After some substantial stirring, I think I finally got it mostly dissolved. There's still a few little chunks in there floating around. I want to go ahead and try this. It is nice and clear. It tastes like fruit punch. It's not as potent as a regular MRE fruit punch is, but it has that flavor. Accompanying that flavor though is a pretty harsh artificial sweetener. I think I'm gonna add this pack of true lemon to that to give it a little bit of tanginess and a little added lemon flavor. I think that'll make it quite a bit better. I can actually smell the lemon aroma emanating from that right away. Let's get to opening some of this stuff up. We got our First Strike bar, apple cinnamon flavor. I think MRE Nation must have bought out a whole truckload of these because they put them in almost everything. This one is very shiny looking, sort of gummy and pliable. Got a multigrain snack bread. A little bit broken up in the middle, but looks pretty good. And that smells like ye old snack bread. I've had these MRE Star oatmeal cookies before, and they're not bad. I'm not a big MRE Star fan, but this is one of their better items. They have 4 little cookies in the pack there. They're sort of a dark brown color, and those smell fantastic. Normally I would go for the strawberry jam or the wheat snack bread, but I think that this beef and beans main is gonna make a pretty good sandwich, so I'm gonna save the snack bread. I'm gonna try the jam with the cookies when we get to those. Let's go ahead and knock this coffee out. It smells like coffee, I'll give it that. Boy, it is bitter mixing that amount of water, but the sugar helps it out. 2 sips, it's about half gone. 3 sips, I think I got 1 left. Yep, not very much liquid, but that should get me going. Deep and Rich is probably the most meh ration coffee you'll run into. There are a ton of carb-based items in this meal. I mean, you can't really count these cookies because I added those in, but just the other items right here like it's all carbohydrates. After that, I need a sip of this fruit punch with the lemon in it though. And wow, the lemon actually took over this entire drink. It tastes more like a lemonade now than anything. And that actually cut out that harsh artificial sweetener flavor, so it's like 10 times better with the lemon in it. I think we've given our main long enough. Ooh, now that looks good. It smells good too, holy crap. Let's get that on the tray. It's got a fair bit of liquid in it. It looks more like a stew than anything. This has a lot of ingredients that I really like. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna love this main. Oh yeah, that is looking good. So let's see what's actually in here. We got some corn pieces, black beans, of course. There's the pieces of beef, green bell pepper, red bell pepper, sort of thick sauce it's all suspended in. Those beef pieces look like real pieces of meat with muscle fibers. It doesn't really look processed. If it is, it's very lightly processed. This is almost like a really high quality looking chili. The smell is really good. It has those Southwest style spices. You can definitely pick up on some chili powder. I'm sure this sauce has some kind of tomato base to it. Ooh, I gotta go ahead and try this. This is looking good. That first bite has a little bit of everything in it. Some beans, some meat, some corn. Oh man, yeah. That meat is tender. It just kind of melted away. All of these flavors blend perfectly. I love black beans and corn as a mix anyway. The sauce has just a little bit of acidity to it, so it has a little bit of tang, which is a positive in my book. But it has sort of a MRE beef stew mouthfeel to it. And this is basically like Bizarro beef stew. Instead of being carrots and peas and stuff like that, it's Southwest flavored, but it sort of all goes down the same way. There's a lot of meat in this main too. I'm really impressed by that. Let's get a piece of meat by itself to really check it out. There's an up close look at one of the little meat niblets. It's like a slow cooked roast, very tender. That is good stuff. Let's get a piece of our wheat snack bread. I'll go ahead and try this by itself just to make sure it's okay. This one has a distinct whole grain flavor to it, but if you've had one snack bread, you've had them all. Dense, dries your mouth out, but maybe it'll be pretty good with some of this Southwest style beef and beans on it. Make us a little open faced sandwich there. Give that one a taste. The bread has a substance to the bite that the main doesn't have otherwise. It gives you a little bit more to chew on, and the moisture from the main makes the snack bread go down a lot easier. I think they're a really good combo. That's definitely how I plan on eating the rest of the snack bread. Just load it up. The main doesn't need salt, but I'll put pepper on anything. We'll get one little bite of that with black pepper. That little pack of pepper just kind of gets lost in the mix, but it didn't take anything away from it. Heck yeah, I like that main a lot. Let's go in for our first strike bar. It's actually hot in my house today for a change. It is finally summertime and it is like 100 degrees outside. So this is not as hard as a rock like they have been in the past. It's actually a little bit pliable. Try that out. It's a lot easier to chew than it was last time. For me, the apple cinnamon is the worst of the first strike bars, but even with that being said, it's fine. Sort of sweet, really chewy, has some puffed rice in it for a little bit of added crunch. The apple flavor is almost inexistent. You get a little bit of the cinnamon, but it's very subdued. And it has this almost chemical undertone that's hard to describe, but you can definitely pick up on it eating it. Not bad though. I do still have this true lime, and I like lime on my Southwest / Mexican style stuff. So I think I'll put some of this on the main here, not too much. Put a little bit of my wheat snack bread there. I think that added lime is gonna make it taste really good. I think I'll add the rest to the drink there. Let's try that bite with the lime and the snack bread and pepper and everything. Now that lime flavor just like put this through the roof. That's some seriously good stuff there. Those true lime and lemon are actually pretty amazing. I'm not a fan of like fake lime juice or fake lemon juice, but those powders don't taste like that. They taste like the real deal. And that lime flavor mixes perfectly with this main. We're getting down to the end here. Let's check out one of these MRE Star oatmeal cookies. Now those are extremely dry and crunchy. I love me an oatmeal cookie though, so these go over well with me every time. Pretty standard stuff, dry, crunchy, sweet, lightly spiced, sort of a cinnamon spice to it. You can do a lot with these depending on what kind of meal you have. With certain other items, you can crunch these up and use them as like a dust to make a dessert a little better or something like that. Didn't really have anything like that in this menu to try it with, but they are good for that. I think the strawberry jam will go really well with those though. So I got a cookie here and we'll put some strawberry jam that I failed to knead, so it's a little bit runny. That looks good, let's give that a taste. Just a little liquid than jam makes the cookie go down so much easier. The added sweetness is good. Yeah, that's the way I'm gonna finish those off. The last thing to try is our little thank you candies. Then we'll go in for this blue one. I'm not exactly sure what kind of candy this is. We'll see if we can bite into it. Oh, now that I was not expecting. It's a mint chocolate. It has sort of a minty interior and then a little layer of chocolate and then a candy shell on the outside. It's refreshing and sweet. It's actually really good. It's almost a shame they only give you 2 of them. Similar in flavor to a York peppermint patty, but the crunchy shell adds a little something extra to it. That's a unique item. I actually like that a lot more than the Smarties. All right guys, well that was the review. Individual meal ready to eat by MRE Nation, menu number 36. Southwest beef and beans, and this was a very good breakfast / lunch for me. The main is the star for sure on this one. Outstanding. I want to say another big thank you to Dubseed for sending this to me. That was very generous of you, buddy. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been Ration Rewind, the series in which I'm reposting my old ration reviews from my first YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to help it out with that Google algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to catch all of my future ration content. This is the one-stop shop for MRE related content. Old and new, foreign and domestic, military and commercial. We do it all here on Readiness Rations. Be sure to drop me a comment and check out my social links down in the description of this video. And I will be back with a new video for you guys next week. Until then, I will catch you in the next video. See you then. Peace.